Hello everyone. I'm CS Chitra Shridhar, Co-HoD of State School of Commerce. I'll be taking you through a journey of life insurance through this video lecture. Now, before we begin, I would like to ask you a very simple question. Let's say, hypothetically, that you are the single earning member of your family and say something really bad happens to you tomorrow. What will happen to your loved ones? Have you thought of it? Some might say that we are way too young to think about such kind of things. A few might say we did think about it but don't know what to do. Now, that is where the life insurance comes into the picture. It is not just a financial product, but I would say that it is a promise that you make to your loved ones that whether you would be there tomorrow or not be there, but they can continue to live a secure life just like the way they lead life right now, even after you won't be there. So that is what life insurance is all about. Now, in this video, we'll understand this concept in detail as to what life insurance is, how you can purchase a life insurance policy, why it is needed to you, and how it will protect your family members. Now, let me ask you a question. Can an umbrella stop the rain? Have you ever thought of it? All of us carry an umbrella or wear a raincoat when it rains. Why do we carry it? Do you think an umbrella can stop the rain? No, it doesn't. So, what does it do? It protects us while the rain continues. So, that is how the insurance also works. Now, insurance companies are not magicians. They cannot stop diseases. They cannot stop accidents. They cannot stop death, right? But then they reduce the financial impact of what your death or a disease or if something happens to you, they can reduce the impact that it will have on your loved ones. That is what insurance is all about. Now, let's compare between rain and your life. Okay. So, rain, if you equate it with your life, what does it mean? It's like the life problems that you would be facing. Similarly, an umbrella can be equated with the insurance policy. And then comes staying dry. So, what is staying dry? When you have an umbrella and it rains, you will certainly be dry. You won't be getting drenched. So similarly, if you have an insurance policy and there is some problem, what will happen? You'll have financial security, right? And then comes walking confidently. So, if you have an umbrella and it rains, you are not drenched, you'll certainly walk confidently. Similarly, if you compare, you have an insurance policy, and if there is some problem, there'll be financial protection. So, what will happen? You will be safe, you'll be protected, and you'll have peace of mind. So, now let's think that way. Let's say that you know in advance that heavy rain is expected tomorrow. What will you do? Will you purchase an umbrella beforehand, or will you wait till you get drenched in the rain? You'll buy an umbrella beforehand, right? Because you don't want to get drenched or get wet in the rain. Similarly, insurance policy is also like that. You should always plan and purchase different kinds of insurance policies beforehand. You should not wait for something to happen tomorrow and then you should not, you know, uh, repent or regret that you didn't purchase a policy which would have secured your family, right? So you should plan and purchase such policies beforehand. Now, let us suppose a person earns 80,000 rupees per month as salary, okay? And suddenly he dies. So his salary will stop immediately. The company would certainly not be paying him when he's not there, he's not working. Now, what happens? The expenses of the family continues. Say he has two sons who are studying in school. Their school fee will continue. Their house rent will continue. Their grocery expenses would certainly be there. The electricity bill would certainly come. Now, what will happen to the family? Have you thought of it? They'll be helpless because there's no income. So, what does a life insurance do here? It acts as an umbrella. It'll protect the family during the stressful time that they would be facing because of the absence of the earning member, right? It'll act as an umbrella and save them during this particular phase. And the money that they would be getting, they can use it for their regular expenses. There's a beautiful line here that an umbrella protects us from rain and insurance protects us from life's uncertainties. Today, after this video lecture, I want all of you to just remember one single line, that an insurance cannot prevent loss. Okay? Just compensates the loss. So this single line would define what insurance is. If something happens to you, then certainly insurance policy cannot compensate for what you are, but it will compensate the loss. That is, it will help your family in this stressful time by providing them money. Okay, so this explains the whole concept of insurance. Now let's decode the legal terms that are used in the different definitions that have been given by scholars and the basic functional definition as well. But before we move towards it, let's take an example. Let's say there are 1,000 people and each person pays 1,000 rupees. So the total fund generated would be 10 lakh rupees. So that is the pooled amount, right? 1,000 people. Then each one of them individually paid rupees 1,000 to a certain, say, it's a union kind of a thing. Let's say it's a union kind of a thing. Each person pays rupees 1,000. Total fund generated would be 10 lakh. Now, out of those 1,000 people, one person faces certain loss for rupees 5 lakh. Now, what would that union do? They would compensate him for the loss. Then also they would be having a balance fund of rupees 5 lakh. Okay, so this is what insurance is all about. Now let's move towards the definition that is being given by Justice Tinder. Okay, he says that insurance is a contract in which a sum of money is paid to assure the insured against loss arising from certain specified contingencies, right? So he says it is a contract. Contract means there would be two people involved. Contract cannot be made by a single person. You need two people. So in legal terms, he says that insurance is a contract. So who are the two people? Insurer, the one who insures, and the insured, the person who is paying the premium, the one who is purchasing the insurance policy. Okay, if something happens, then the insurance company would be paying a sum of money now to compensate the loss. Now, the company would not be paying for all kinds of loss. It's a contract. That means a specified contingency would be mentioned in that contract. If loss is occurred for that particular contingency, then only insurance company would be compensating for the loss. Okay. Now, if we look at the functional definition, it says insurance is a cooperative mechanism. Now, correlated with the example that I gave you just now, when I said there are 1,000 people, each pays 1,000 rupees. The total fund generated is 10 lakh rupees. So there is cooperation involved, okay, in which a large number of individuals are contributing small amounts towards a common fund from which any loss, if suffered by a few members, would be compensated. I stated in the example that a person faces or occurs a loss of rupees 5 lakh. The total fund that the union was having at that particular time was rupees 10 lakh. So they could easily give 5 lakh rupees to that person, the one who faced losses. Now, how was the union able to pay that money? Because they had generated amount by pooling in 1,000 rupees from 1,000 individuals, which in total became 10 lakh rupees. And from that 10 lakh rupees, they paid 5 lakh rupees to compensate the loss. This is what insurance means. Now let's understand it in a little depth. Okay. So, who are the different parties to the insurance, or how does it work? Let's start it with contract. As I said, Justice Tyndall said that an insurance is a contract. Contract means there would be two persons, that is insured and the insurer. Okay, a contract is finalized between the insured and the insurer. Who is the insurer? Insurance is the company that gives insurance policies, the company which accepts risk and agrees to protect you. Okay, if a company is giving insurance, that means it is accepting all the risks that are mentioned in the contract that could be faced by the insured, and for that the company would be compensating for the loss, right? So the insurance company accepts all kinds of risks that are mentioned in the contract and agrees to protect you. So one party is insurer. Now who is insured? You are the insured. If you purchase a life policy, life insurance policy, or any insurance policy for that matter, you are the insured. Okay, for whose life, health, or assets are being protected by the insurance company, right? So the insurer would be protecting you at the time of loss if that loss has been incurred on the basis of the contingencies that are mentioned in the insurance policy. Okay. Now, what is premium? As I told you before, when we took up the example of 1,000 people each contributing 1,000 rupees and the fund being generated and then compensating for the loss, what was that 1,000 rupee that 1,000 individuals were paying? What was that 1,000 rupees? That was the premium. So what is a premium? A amount that you regularly pay either on monthly basis or on yearly basis to the insurer. Okay, so let's say that you pay 10,000 rupees per year to the insurer or the insurance company, so that you get that protection from the company that if something happens to you, then the company would be paying the amount specified in the policy to your family members. I am taking example of life insurance here. If something happens to you, the insurance company would pay the bulk amount, whatever is mentioned over here, over in the contract, to your family members. Okay, so that is the premium that you pay for the protection. Now, what is policy? Policy is the contract. Okay, policy is the contract wherein everything is mentioned, everything is written and duly signed, which states under what scenario the company would be paying for the losses. And suppose you take health insurance. Now, in health insurance, what happens? The diseases are clearly mentioned. For what all diseases the company would be paying the amount. If something happens beyond that, the insurance company is not liable to compensate for the loss. Okay, so that is what policy is. Now let's move towards different types of insurance that are available in the market for you to purchase, through which you can protect yourself under different scenarios. First type of insurance is life insurance, the subject that we are studying. What is life insurance? It provides financial security to your family members in your absence. If something happens to you, the insurance company would be paying a lump sum amount to your family members or your nominee so that they can use that amount and secure their life. The second type is health insurance. What is health insurance? It covers all the medical expenses and protects you at the time of difficulty. Let's say you end up having some issue in your gallbladder and a surgery is required. What would happen? You will need money, right? And if you have a health insurance and that particular issue has been mentioned in the insurance contract, then the company would be paying the all the medical expenses, so that at that particular time you don't need to worry about money and just get yourself cured. The third type is motor insurance. What is motor insurance? It protects you against financial loss that occurs due to accidents or theft or damage. If somebody steals your motor vehicle, what will happen if that is mentioned in the contract, insurance contract, then the company would compensate you for the loss. You can purchase new vehicle. Or if some damage happens due to an accident, and that time the company would give you money to um, modify your vehicle or refurbish it. So next is home insurance. Now, what is home insurance? It covers damages to your home and belongings due to unforeseen events. Something happens, like if an earthquake comes or something happens to your property, then the insurance company would be covering for the losses. And also for all the items that would be there at your house, and if you're insured it, if you have mentioned all those things, the company would be paying you for that as well. What is travel insurance? Most of you must have noticed that when you book an air ticket or even a train ticket, there is a column which states that would you like to take travel insurance. In rail ticket also they have that thing. So why is it usually taken? Because it provides you protection during travel against emergencies, cancellations, and more. You would be protected. You won't be facing much of a loss. Okay. Now next is business insurance. What is business insurance? If some loss occurs, if something happens, let's take example of COVID. During COVID, a lot of businesses suffered a lot of loss because they could not carry on the activity, right? Due to lockdown and everything, and those who had insurance could easily uh, face everything at that particular time because they knew the insurance company would be compensating for the loss. Now agriculture insurance, what is it? If something happens to you, if you are an agriculturist and if you're a farmer, and if something happens to your crop due to natural calamities or anything of that sort, then the insurance company would be compensating for the loss. You won't be facing any financial losses. What is group insurance? It covers a group of people. Generally group insurance are taken by companies. The organization that you work for would take a group insurance. Under one policy, a lot of employees and members would be protected. If something happens, then through that group insurance, the loss would be uh, compensated. Now, what is personal accident insurance? It provides financial support in case of accidental injury, or if you end up having some disability, or if you pass away, then through personal accident insurance, your family would be, or your nominee would be getting the uh, amount secured. Okay, the last one is unit linked insurance plan. It combines insurance um, and protects you also the investment. Okay, there are many more types of insurance that fall beyond the common ones that we discussed just now. We'll be going through that as well in brief. First one is critical illness insurance. What is critical illness insurance? It provides a lump sum amount to you if you are diagnosed with something very, very serious. If you end up with some serious illness, then the company would be paying a lump sum amount to you so that you can continue with the expenses, medical expenses that would be needed. The second one is maternity insurance. It is very common these days. A lot of people do take up maternity insurance who are planning for children because it covers pregnancy. So during the 9 months period also, if certain expenses are incurred that are covered by the that is covered by the insurance, and all delivery related expenses are also uh, included, and any medical expenses that is incurred during that particular process would be compensated by the company. It is a little expensive, but people do purchase such policies these days. Next is disability insurance. It will provide income if you are disabled or if you end up being unable to work or if you are unfit. And if you would have taken such kind of insurance policy, then you would be given a certain uh, monthly income kind of a thing. Okay. Next is term life insurance. What is term life insurance? It is not very uncommon these days. People do purchase term life insurance. It is a type of life insurance only, wherein it offers pure life cover at affordable premium for your family security. Next is endowment insurance. What is endowment insurance? It will combine life insurance with savings and maturity benefit. So when your insurance policy matures, you will be getting some money at that time as well. And if in between something happens to you, then certainly the amount would be given to your family members. But by God's grace, you are there even when the life insurance or policy matures, you will get benefit at that time as well. You will be saving a lot of money. Okay? Next is child plan insurance. It will help secure your child's future with savings and protection. If you buy that plan at certain age, when your child matures, right? When your child, say your child turns 18 years of age or 21 years of age, it depends upon the insurance policy, you would be getting a certain sum of money. So these kind of insurance policies secures your child's future, right? LIC has very good policies. Then top up insurance, health insurance. What is it? It will enhance your existing health insurance cover at a very low additional cost. You just have to pay a little more premium, and it will be enhancing your existing health insurance policy. It is not a new health insurance policy. It is like a top up plan that you add, right? Very similar to mobile recharges. You add top up plans to it, is very similar to that, and you get some extra benefits. Next is long term care insurance. What is long term care insurance? It covers medical and personal care expenses during old age. So this kind of insurance is for a prolonged period. Even after you turn 60, 70, 80, super, when you turn into super senior citizen, at that point of time also you would be covering the insurance company would be covering the medical expenses and some other expenses as well. Next is legal expenses insurance. Now it is a little uncommon. It is like something which not many would be taking, but maybe business people would be, wherein it will cover all legal costs incurred in disputes or lawsuits. Usually in businesses, sometimes certain disputes might come over which might involve legal cost. Now these kind of insurance help you at that particular time, because legal costs are really high these days. You have to hire an advocate, and then you have to pay at n number of uh, for n number of things in court and for other proceedings. So at that time, legal expenses insurance will benefit you a lot. The next type of insurance is cyber insurance. It protects you during financial losses that occurs due to cyber threats and online fraud. Online fraud is very, very common. You must have heard about online arrest, right? These kind of frauds happen wherein few people might look like police officers, and they'll call you and they'll say that certain drugs has been confiscated, it has your name, and you need to pay so and so things. So this is very common. So this is a part of cyber insurance. Okay. Now cyber insurance will help if something happens like that. Now the next is pet insurance. These days people insure their pets as well. Okay. So any medical expenses for illness or accidents, that God forbid if something happens, then the pet insurance will come into uh, the picture, and it'll help you out. Next is burglary and theft insurance. What is theft insurance? If at all, if you purchase such kind of insurances, and if some theft happens at your home and certain belongings are stolen, then the insurance company would compensate you for the loss. Now, again, you need to mention all the things that you would be keeping at your house in the insurance policy, and that is when the whole insurance thing will work. Next is contractor insurance. It covers risks related to construction projects, like real estate companies. They would be taking such kind of insurance. You can also take insurance, wherein suppose you are constructing something, and if you feel that any risk is there, and if it is mentioned in the insurance policy, then you would be compensated for the loss. Next is marine insurance. Marine companies for sure takes these insurance. It is compulsory also. And this kind of insurance covers losses or damages of goods and cargoes and ships during transit. Okay. If something happens for the ship, if the ship drowns, then the insurance for company would be paying for the loss to the ship owner. And if some cargo or goods are damaged during the transit period, then also the loss would be compensated by the insurance company. The premiums are very high, but then these kind of policies also exist. Next is education plan insurance. This is usually taken by parents for their children because it builds a fund for your child's higher education or future. You get a payout when they turn a certain age, like say 18 years, 21 years. So that kind of insurance policies also help. Next is environmental liability insurance. It is not very common. Now it covers claims arising from environmental damage or pollution. Okay. Then there is event insurance. It protects against financial losses due to cancellation or unforeseen events. Big event houses and all these people do take such kind of insurances. The next one is key person insurance. It will protect business from financial loss due to loss of key individuals. If somebody passes away and then there's loss incurred to the businesses due to that or similar kind of a things, then key person insurance comes into force, and it will be very helpful if you take or purchase such kind of. Now let's quickly go through the insurance industry numbers for the financial year 2024-25. I'm taking this particular financial year because it is the last verified data we have with us right now, and it was released in 2025-26. So we will be going through the numbers in to understand how the industry is at present. If you see that at present in India, there are 26 life insurance companies that, insurance companies that give life insurance product. Then there are 35 non-life insurers as well, and 13 reinsurers and related entities. Okay, those companies who do reinsurance, there are 13 such companies. Okay, and so far in the financial year 24-25, you'll notice that around 41.84 crore insurance policies were issued. It includes both individual as well as group insurance. You understand? It's such a big number. Then around rupees 11.93 lakh crore uh, premium was collected in 24-25, and claims for approx rupees 8 crore 36 lakh were paid, and rupees 74.44 lakh crore rupees assets are under management. Okay, and the insurance penetration in the total GDP is around 3.7%, and reinsurance strength is around 1.12 lakh crore. Such a big number, right? Do you know that for every 100 rupee that is collected as premium, a substantial portion of it eventually returns back to the society in various forms through health claims that is given to those people who purchased health insurance. If at all they face loss, then they are paid, they are compensated for the loss through motor claims, through life insurance benefits, business loss compensation, and crop insurance support. So it's not that you are paying the premium and the insurance company is keeping it with them. They are actually spending a substantial portion of it by paying out the claims. Okay. Now, everything that I shared with you has been mentioned in the annual report of IRDAI for the year 2024 and 25. So it is a verified data. In the beginning of the lecture, I gave you an example of 1,000 people who contributed 1,000 rupees each, and the union was able to compensate for the loss of rupees 5 lakh being incurred by one person out of those 1,000 people. That particular thing has been explained over here as well. You see that many individuals are contributing a very small amount. Everyone is contributing. Now a common fund is created. So the fund grows. One person would be paying 1,000 people would be paying 1,000 rupees, so that would be equal to 10 lakh rupees. Now some person out of those people, one person faces some medical emergency. Only few would need, no, not all 1,000 people would need medical help. Only a few do need help. So the fund would pay for the treatment. Okay, the many protect the few. It is very clearly explained over here. Everyone contributes, the fund grows. Few need help at any time. The many protect the few. So the key takeaway would be many pay a little, few receive help, and that is how the insurance works. Now let's take the case study of COVID-19 pandemic and how health insurance helped people. It's a real life situation. All of us have gone through the tiring and very stressful time of COVID-19. It was a pandemic and millions of people across the world required hospitalization and medical treatment. Many of your family members would have also needed it, and maybe you could have also been under that situation. You could have also needed medical treatment. Now, a lot of people, a lot of families faced extreme, unexpected healthcare expenses, and it put a lot of significant pressure on the savings and finances. A lot of people lost their lives because their family members could not pay for their medical expenses. So, all those individuals who had health insurance were able to receive cashless treatment and get reimbursed for their medical expenses, so that kind of reduced their financial burden during the difficult period. So that particular pandemic highlighted the importance of insurance, that how important it is for every individual to purchase a health insurance policy and stay safe and secure. Now tell me, why did health insurance become more important after COVID-19? There has been a constant rise in the number of insurance policies with respect to health that are being purchased by people in general. Why do you think it became so important? It was that particular time when people realized that those who didn't have insurance policy could not get the treatment. They eventually died because they could not afford it. So, what you can see is that an insurance policy with respect to health actually protects you at time of need. You have a peace of mind. You know that there is money, you can take care of yourself, and you can take care of your health by taking different sorts of treatments because you know you have money with you. So it is that kind of peace of mind that you get by purchasing an insurance policy. Can you say that an insurance policy would eliminate the risk completely? No. Those who had insurance policy, they also faced health issues. They also ended up having COVID. uh, they also had COVID, right? But they had money to take care of themselves. They knew that they can go to a hospital and get themselves treated. That is how this whole insurance policy things work. It is very, very important for each one of you to purchase a health insurance policy and secure yourself. Now, do you know what all companies deal in life insurance? We learned that there are 26 life insurance companies in India at this particular time, right? They are working every day to protect millions of lives. What do? They give you financial protection, life cover, retirement planning, child security, uh, health and well-being, whatnot. There are 26 companies. Now, have you thought which all companies deal in life insurance? We'll quickly go through it. So, what all companies are there? First one is Life Insurance Corporation of India, LIC. जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी. Second one is SBI Life, which has a tagline अपने लिए अपनों के लिए. Okay. Third one is HDFC Life. So they also have a life insurance policy where they have a tagline Sar utha ke jiyo. Next is ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, Bajaj Alliance, Max Life Insurance. So these are 6 companies out of 26 companies. Tata AIA Life Insurance is there. Kotak Life Insurance is there. Aegon Life Insurance is there. Then there's Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance, Reliance Nippon Life Insurance, Canara HSBC Life Insurance. And there is Life Insurance Corporation India, Shriram Life Insurance Companies Limited is there. Then there is Future General India Life Insurance Company Limited. Then HUS Federal Life Insurance Company Limited is there. Aviva Life Insurance is there. Edelweiss Life Insurance Company is also there. Then these are little uncommon, but these two companies also exist. Raheja QBE Life Insurance, Magma HDI Life Insurance, Pepper Money Life Insurance, Pramerica Life Insurance Limited, ASL International Life Insurance Company Limited, India First Life Insurance Company Limited. And the last two insurance companies, Incred Life Insurance Company Limited and PNB MetLife India Insurance Company Limited. Now, since we are almost going to end the video lecture, I would like to ask you to just write down in comment section the different taglines of all these 26 companies. A few have been mentioned over here in these slides, but there would be many more. So I just want you all to write down the different taglines that are used by these companies for life insurance. Like I said, for LIC, they say "Zindagi ke saath bhi, zindagi ke baad." Similarly, there are many such taglines for the companies. I want you all to just comment below the different taglines. You can just search in the internet and see and share it here. Now this video lecture comes to an end, and I would like to quickly summarize everything over here. That in this video lecture, we learned about insurance, that insurance means transferring the risk, and insurance is also a promise of compensation, compensating the loss if incurred. It is all about risk pooling. What do you understand by risk pooling? Losses of few are shared by many, right? And insurance is a contract between two parties. Who are the two parties? Insurer, that is the insurance company, and the insured is the person who purchases the insurance policy. And what is premium? Premium is the price paid for transferring the financial risk. Okay. And we also studied about how you can relate an umbrella with insurance policy and whole the concept of insurance, and also about the different companies that are into selling the life insurance product. And I gave you an activity as well, wherein I have asked you to give the taglines of the 26 companies in the comment section, just like LIC, where it states Zindagi ke saath bhi and Zindagi ke baad bhi. And I hope through this video lecture, I was able to clear the concept of insurance to you all. To know more about such topics, join Sage University, and also like and subscribe the channel. And I promise that we'll be coming up with a lot more good videos for you all, wherein you will be getting to know about different topics. Thank you.